deeper.
First question is, what the heck is Dan doing?
There's no piano in this song.
Dan, your mic is not even turned on.
That's the Moss touchdown celebration, bro.
It's not gas stress. You can't go.
Yeah.
By the way, before we get started, right off the hop, before we even introduce anyone, it's Gas or Ass time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they got it.
Gas or ass. This will end up being the downfall of the Calgary Stampeders. Vernon Adams Jr., Dedrick Mills, both being benched in a 2-score game in the final 3 minutes. VA won't stand near any of his teammates. Dedrick Mills is nowhere to be seen. The defensive line, 3 out of the 4 guys are injured. Dickinson decides to put out PJ Walker and Antweed when he still has a chance to win the game. They choked more than Lane just did on his own saliva. Like, I'm seriously calling it. I'm saying gas. I think this could legitimately start to be the downfall of the Calgary Stampeders.
Ooh.
Well, I think it's a little too early to tell because they haven't lost a whole bunch of games yet. But however, if they lose the game next week, I don't even know who they're playing next week, top of my head. But if I agree with Jacob, I think unfortunately this could be a gas. I mean, I love Calgary. I hope they can figure it out. I get what Dickinson was trying to do, but I don't agree with him at all. Like, I mean, did Mills play a bad game? Yes. Did VA play a good game? No. But he didn't play a bad game. He kept the team in it the whole way. I mean, you look at that last throw that Walker flew into the end zone and almost got intercepted. If that was VA for Isaiah Walker, maybe that was a touchdown.
Yeah.
And then with an onside kick with a minute left, I mean, we saw the comeback 2 days earlier. I mean, yesterday or whatever day it was. I can't keep track of days anymore. But you just never know, right? So I think we're only down by 2 scores. I think it was really stupid. I think if you were down 3 or 4 scores, I could kind of get it. But 2, I think it was Tigray Jacob Gas.
I just look at this. I've never been a big Dickinson fan as a coach. Vernon Adams Jr. looked like he was ready to murder somebody, and he was using positivity.
Okay, maybe I'm aging myself here, but even as a player, I wasn't a huge fan of Dickinson. Dickinson was in the same era. In my opinion, it was the era of the best quarterbacks in CFL history. You had Damon Allen, Anthony Cavillo, Dave Dickinson, Smiling Hake, Rookie Way. You had Glenn, from Winnipeg. You had some of the best quarterbacks in the early 2000s of CFL history. And I don't think Dickerson compares with Damon Allen and Anthony Cavill as a player. If you people are too young, just look up Damon Allen and Anthony Cavill highlights. I mean, they're the best two quarterbacks in CFL history for a reason. I mean, Anthony Cavill had the barn leads of history over 450 touchdowns. And Damon Allen is second in all-time rushing as a quarterback with 73,000 yards or some crazy thing. Like, it's unbelievable what they did, these two human beings. But I say gas. I don't like.
But I'm curious here about Key and Lane's perspective. Like, do you guys think that maybe Dan and I are rushing the judgment a little bit here, or like, do you think that? Okay, why, Lane?
Oh, go ahead, Lane.
It's like, what's one bad game? Like maybe this will blow up, but you know they were playing that great tonight. I would say Edmonton kind of seemed like they had the jump on them from the rematch. You know, you kind of beat them last week. Edmonton came out. Their season's on the line, so they're playing with some passion and some fire. Calgary, you know, he's still a 226 yard, but you know, Dietrich Mills obviously having an off night. You know, Vernon Adams maybe not having the game he would want. So maybe it's just like, okay, boys, you know, we're obviously not winning this one, so let's just pack it in for this week. And yeah, you're going to be a little bit mad, but whatever. Coach makes the right call. The coaches always make the right call, right?
I just think I understand sending a message. I don't understand sending the message in a game that's still doable. But Key, what are your thoughts on this?
I'm gonna go again with a nice ass. It's an ass.
Thank you. I do have a nice ass. I mean, $20.
That's Jacob's line. But
mine's definitely better though. Mine's more fun.
But no, I think it's just I think Edmonton just rattles their bones, and if this was any other team, I don't think they'd be in this position. It's funny how much we get to them. Don't get me wrong. I love how much we get to them. But truly, if this were any other team, this would not be the Calgary we saw tonight. I did laugh, though, when Vernon Adams was benched.
I mean, I gotta say, Key, I take back my comment from the pregame show saying that the Battle of Alberta is not the same, because that final couple plays of the game, you could definitely see there's a Battle of Alberta.
Thank you, Dan, because when you try to still push and shove a guy when all that was done was I believe it was like a loss of yardage, and guys were laying down, and there was a holding call against Edmonton, and everyone was laying down. Everyone still was trying to push and shove each other. It's like, God, nothing was stopping them from trying to get at each other's throats the whole game. It was almost like seeing like when we saw the Talbot and Mike Smith fighting each other. It was that tense. It really was.
Like, you normally don't see that in football. Usually football is a real gentleman sport. You know,
they
ended
the game in a massive brawl. That sums it up right there.
Usually they end up game in a prayer, not in a fight. You know, I mean, usually in football they will help the other team up, right? And not these two teams. So I take back my comment. They really do hate each other. I
do want to say something though, and I'm going to give a guy some credit. Like we're obviously going to get into Justin Rankin shortly, because I mean, what a game. But I want to give a quick shout out to Cody Fajardo. Yeah, his numbers aren't sexy. 16 for 21, 153 and a touchdown. I get they're not like the best numbers out there, but when they needed a perfect touchdown pass, what did he do? He delivered, right? Cody Fajardo is a game manager, and I will admit that. But I don't know why everyone's so against game manager quarterbacks. In a game like this, we need someone just to manage the clock, manage to play really well.
I never understood that. Like,
Cody Fajardo killed it tonight, and I gotta say, and again, not that I agree with Luke Wilson for saying here's my Trey Ford was starter of the year because he was Canadian. I think more do if he was the only quarterback in Edmonton the last 4 years that was able to win any games. But you do have to wonder, if they went to Cody Fajardo sooner, would they be ahead of Winnipeg right now?
I do agree with Luke Wilson, because he didn't just have any other quarterback. You had Cody Fajardo.
The only time I agree with Luke Wilson is when they cut his mic.
Oh, okay. But you had Cody Fajardo.
Well, while we have her here, I want to know if Did you catch up on what Luke Wilson and his recent rant about the CFL.
What was that?
It was just like he was basically saying like, oh, like I can't be critical. Whenever I want to say something, the powers that be, the Wizard of Oz, will come and take my house away and take away my glass slippers. I have to say what they want. They give me a script and I have to say it verbatim. And if a bad play happens, I can't criticize it. But in the NFL, I can say that Patrick Mahomes made a bad play. But if this defensive end misses an assignment, I have to be like, he's amazing and he's the best player in the league. Just thought it was weird. Basically, what I'm
That's
4 minute rant
hilarious.
about how like the CFL is an incredible sport and how well they won't play the proper players. They just want to play the Canadian players. It was crazy.
And
Wow.
again, Trey Ford was the starter because over the last few seasons,
And he got in a
he was
fight.
the only quarterback who could win any games.
Okay,
And-
but back this up
And,
here for a
and
second.
no.
Yes,
I'm
yes,
even
yes.
going back to when Trevor Harris was the starter at Edmonton and he couldn't win games. So you're telling me Trevor Harris is a bad quarterback?
Not 1 minute. But Cody Fajardo literally came off of a Grey Cup.
No, he didn't. He came off a collapse in the playoffs against the Argos where he couldn't beat Nick Arbuckle.
Well,
And he lost his starting job to a kid. That's what he came off of. That's like saying Edmonton should have kept putting in McLeod Bethel-Thompson because he won a Grey Cup at some point. No one cares about what you did 2 years ago.
I get that. Yeah. Okay. Good
Yeah.
point.
So, no, I'm sorry. Like, Trey Ford was the guy because he was the only one in there who was winning games. Maybe they left him in one game too long. But you also had to give him time to just be able to see how this offense was going to work. But now all of a sudden you're Edmonton. You've won 4 out of your last 5, including taking down pretty much a team that was basically unbeatable unless you were Ottawa and the Calgary Stampeders. And now all of a sudden Calgary, we all talked about them being the best team in the CFL. It's going to be a lot harder for them now to catch Saskatchewan.
Not now.
Because-
I mean,
Saskatchewan keeps finding ways to win.
gas or
Right.
ass. Gas or ass.
Go ahead,
with
Mr.
the Rough,
Moore.
with the Rough Riders beating the Dynasty Blue Bomber team back-to-back weekends on Labor Day Classic and the Banjo Bowl and taking the league in the West and overall the league. Can we officially say now the Rough Riders are the best team in the CFL? Gas or ass?
Well, that's gas.
Oh yeah, I
100%.
guess for sure.
Ooh, Lane's thinking here. What do you
Yes.
think, Lane?
Just
Gas.
take
Yeah.
your time.
Now, but let's get into our player of the game for this one, and then we'll move on to the Banjo Bowl. I think we're all going to pick the same player here at this point for
What?
this game.
It's a joke, Dan.
Dan doesn't
Ah,
have
yeah.
any jokes. But I think we're all going to pick the same
No,
player
no.
in this one because I think this is obvious, and it's got to be Justin Rankin. Like 16
Oh,
carries,
oh God,
204
yeah.
yards, 2 touchdowns. Those 90-yard touchdowns what flipped this entire game around. It's not even close.
It's not
It's
even close.
Justin
It's not
Rankin.
even a question.
Actually, I have a different opinion.
What?
I think Justin Lincoln, I agree, was
You're wrong. I kid, Dan. I kid.
I love Justin Lincoln. I agree.
Anna's about to say Mills because he goes that far off the board.
No, I'm not going to say that. It is another Edmonton Eximo, elk, soy people.
Don't apologize.
I agree. Lincoln statistically is the best player by far, but after the collapse in Lane, but after the collapse with Hamilton and with BC for the last few weeks and Montreal, I gotta say the player of the game is Cody Fajardo, because Cody Fajardo, you can really tell, is the leader of this group. And what I mean by that is not necessarily his on-field play today. His on-field play today was mediocre, to be honest. But what I mean is when Edmonton they had a big lead going into 3 minutes. They were leading by 12 points or some crazy thing. But all the players were starting to celebrate. And Cody Fajardo with Mark Kilm told everyone, calm down. And, we didn't see that with Bo Levi Mitchell putting ice in his veins against the Argos last weekend, right? So, the CFL, anything can happen. And I give Cody Fajardo huge respect from taking leadership of this team on the field. And I think because of that, he has to be given some credit here. So that's my player of the game.
I'm Spider-Man. Look at my arm.
Who's your player of the game, Mr. Dashko?
I'm actually going to go off the board because you don't see this player a lot. And even though they didn't win, I'll give him some credit. This is a name you don't usually see, so I'm going to give him a shout-out. Eric Brooks, man. 6 receptions.
He killed it tonight.
115 yards, 53 yards after catching, a 53-yard reception, averaging 19.2 yards.
You're picking a Calgary guy.
I'm just saying, man.
I like it.
There's a guy that we're not really talking about him every week. We're talking about DJ Mill, talking about Ferdinand.
He is underweighted for sure.
Yeah, if you had a game they lost, but I'm definitely you got to shout that out when someone puts up a performance like that.
100%, bro.
Also, big shout out to Eric Brooks for also doing kick returns and punt returns.
What do you think, Key? Who's your player of the game? Because we're all it's not as obvious as Jacob said here.
I was in there saying it's Rankin.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Smart. Same wavelength, different hats. But one other so Dan, you were asking, Calgary does have the bye next week.
Thank God for that, eh?
Stampeders, and I can't believe this question's coming up, but it's going to be coming up. Who starts at quarterback?
Oh, that's not even a question. You have a start.
Look, if it's me, I'm starting VA. I could see Dave Dickinson not starting.
That's
VA.
not even a question. Walker's a rookie quarterback. Walker sucked. Really sucked. I can't say on the air, but he really sucked when VA was injured and he had to start. And when you put Walker in, the end of the day, he gave up an interception. I mean, it's no.
And the interception though is 40 seconds, down 12 points.
I don't care, bro. The point is, he still handed Edmonton the game at that point. I mean, you cannot.
But if you don't throw it to the end zone at that point, the game's over anyways. You had to get points.
I get that, bro, but you had 40 seconds. It could have
40 seconds to get a touchdown, a convert.
This comes back to my comment of why I think Aaron Rodgers is so great. Aaron Rodgers is not your highlight superstar quarterback, but he's the one that manages the clock. Oh, wow.
Pillow in
okay,
that.
Bye.
Should I go?
That's like a Cody Fajardo. Like unlike Walker tonight, you need someone to manage the clock. Walker epically failed managing the clock.
Managing the clock, you had no time to get 12 points.
Yeah, 40 seconds left, bro.
You get a touchdown, a convert, a onside kick, and an additional touchdown. He had to heave it to the end zone at that point.
Nah.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he did.
It's going to be so funny tomorrow.
I'm sorry. And normally I say on the island, everyone needs to be polite and friendly. We're related. It's fine. Dan, you're being an idiot.
Dan, I'm going to laugh tomorrow when Aaron Rodgers gets his butt kicked tomorrow by his former team. He's going to be like, oh, no. It's going to be hysterical.
The book is back. It's the first time the book has been back in a very long time. But the Dr. Seuss book is back.
I think the Steelers in for a rude
Dr. Seuss. He's Dr. Seuss, not Dr. Seuss.
I said Dr. Seuss.
Dr. Seuss. I need a doctor. I need a doctor for my shoes.
I need a Dr. Dre, bro.
If you're a shoe doctor, let me know.
Let's move on to the Banjo Bowl here. And biggest question of this game is number one, where can I get a banjo for under $4.99? Number two,
$4.99 for a banjo.
Yes.
Oh, wait a minute, the banjo balloon.
Number two, I hate to say this, but they were talking about this on the TSN panel. Is this the last snap you will see from Zach Collaros?
This sounds like a gas.
It was so heartbreaking. It was heartbreaking. That crushed me. No, it was not. I disagree that it was an illegal hit. I don't agree that should have been called. But it was heartbreaking. He was knocked out cold. Like, how can you not?
I didn't see it. So what happened?
I'll find it, but Milt Stegall explained the hit perfectly, in my opinion.
Did he
It's
get
not
removed?
dirty, but it's against the rules because he did clip his head, but it wasn't dirty. Lane, I'm going to pull it
Did he
up.
get stretchered off the field?
No, he
No.
walked off.
No,
but
but he did get knocked out.
Okay. Here's what I think, people. Here's what I think. Let's be honest here. This weekend was the triple header. A little bit disappointing. It wasn't as good as the Labor Day weekend. So
Oh, come on, I loved it.
Well, I'm just being honest here. Jerry to play
There's
on the
two
field
boring
was
games.
not as good. So the CFL panel needed something to talk about, right? So talking about Zach Claros' career potentially being
that
over.
is not the reason why.
Let me finish. Is
There's no
something
point
to
in
talk
things
about.
again.
Okay, we don't know anything about his condition yet. We're saying it's a concussion. We don't know if he might have well had a little bit of a headache. We have no clue what happened. If he legitimately has a concussion, then yeah, we can put this question. But we don't know what happened. He got off the field of his own power.
I think when
He
you
was
don't,
still breathing. He was conscious. He was answering questions. Yeah. Was he a little careful when he got hurt? Yeah, he was. If I was, well, I am his age. If I'm 36 and I get sacked, I'm going to be careful too. But, it's like, everyone say, his career's over. It's been a couple hours. We have no idea he has a concussion.
Dan, I feel your pain because it is sad. It's heartbreaking. But I think the longer they drag this out of we don't know means that they do know and that it's worse than we think, unfortunately.
That's good.
Well, this is the media playing like the tricks.
It is. Oh, Dan, go read a book.
No, but it's like, look at Trevor Harris. He's 3 years older than Zach Claros. Remember, he gets sacked. He was like, his career's over. No.
Dan Caleros,
let's see this.
Here's the hit off of Third Down Nation's website, TSN footage. So there it is.
It didn't look that bad.
Okay, no, he actually, I think, in my opinion, the Rough Riders slowed down a bit.
Guys, look at his face.
Exactly.
He's out cold.
It's scary, though.
He's literally like, he's out
Why
cold.
is he moving his arm if he's out cold, Jacob?
Because of gravity, Dan.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not gravity. He moved his head.
He's out cold. He's
out cold.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
It looks like a normal hit, but it's
Dan, he's not moving.
Because he's being careful.
He's not moving, Dan.
It's more than careful.
And also,
Stretler
you
sucks.
have to remember, this is the third injury. This is the third head injury this season.
My concern, more so than the hit, was that he didn't see it coming. That's my concern.
I've been saying it all year. Zach Claros does not read zone. Does not read the blitz well this season.
Mm-hmm.
But
I
hope it's not. But I could see this being the last time we see Zach Claros play football.
That's sad.
Yeah.
That's sad if it ends this way. I mean, he's going to be a future Hall of Famer for sure.
Oh, 100%.
I mean, it's very sad to see a Hall of Famer go out. Oh, 100%. I mean, it's sad to see a Hall of Famer go out that way. I didn't agree with his comments against Chad Kelly, but besides of that, I really
Dan, no one cares about the comments of Chad Kelly right now, so let's not get into that. But
I'm just saying, that's the only thing I disagree with him with.
Wonderful.
But
I disagree that you wear socks or sandals.
Yeah.
But like, you have to look at this, and I think Milt Stegall worded it best on the actual hit. The hit is not dirty, but it's a flag. The reason why it's a flag, there is some head contact. In the CFL this year, any head contact to the quarterback's an automatic roughing the passer.
Was there head contact?
If you hit his head like that, it's a penalty.
It looked like you hit him here, and then they just...
That's what I think too,
As
Lane.
he finishes the hit, it hits his helmet just a little bit. Not much. But it is.
Here's $1 million question then. If he doesn't hit his head, is Zach Claros that injured?
Yes, because I think it's the impact to the ground, not the head.
That's what I think it is too.
Makes sense.
Because I'm saying this right now. Zach Claros is not coming out of that game if he isn't hurt.
Yeah, because they were still a close game at that point.
That's a winnable game as Zach Claros is in. And no disrespect to Chris Streveler. But
I think Streveler playing okay as a backup tonight.
Oh, hold on. So you're saying when PJ Walker throws an interception in the dying seconds when you need a score, it's terrible. Chris Streveler did the exact same thing. The ball didn't even get to the damn end zone. And you think Chris Streveler played well. You can't have it both ways, Dan. You can't have it both ways.
I didn't say well. I said okay.
You said PJ Walker played terrible.
He did.
By that is, what did Chris Streveler do that was so wonderful once
Nothing.
he was starting QB?
Nothing.
Dan, your logic is so flawed.
You're
He
flawed.
just turned off her camera in disgust.
You're as flawed like the flood in Halo 1, bro.
At the end of the day, Dan, Streveler went in more time, went 5 for 9, 39 yards, and 2 interceptions.
Okay,
He was god awful.
Okay, I didn't have in my head he was that bad. I take my
He
comments
was
back.
terrible.
Jacob, let me just ask, when was that hit? Was that like in second half or first half?
I think third quarter.
So Streveler
Because I know
played the entire
I
fourth quarter.
Because I was going to say, Winnipeg didn't even put up a single point in the second half. So I was like, clearly, something went
PJ
wrong.
Walker, Dan, went 4 for 6 for 38 yards in under a minute.
Yeah.
And an interception on a
terrible.
desperation end zone throw. He actually didn't play that bad.
I think VA was playing a lot better. I
understand. I don't agree with pulling Vernon Adams Jr., but that's not PJ
Well, that's
Walker.
what I'm saying. I'm saying you can't really compare the two because Winnipeg didn't have a choice. Well, they played the West game without quarterback. They had to put him in. Calgary, there's no reason to pull VA.
He got
but there's
put
no
on a
reason to get mad at
timeout.
PJ Walker over
Yeah.
it. There's no reason to get mad at PJ Walker over it, Mr. Moore.
I'm not saying
is
I'm
you're
mad at
gonna say
PJ Walker. I'm
was
just saying for that
terrible.
reason I wouldn't start PJ Walker.
But Dan, you're saying PJ Walker was terrible. Then you have to say Zach Claros is the worst player to ever touch a football. I mean, not Zach. Chris Streveler is the worst player to ever touch a football.
Okay, I didn't realize he played that bad. I had in my head
He was
played
god
really
awful.
good.
He was terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna say it. If Winnipeg is without Zach Claros long term, they might not make the playoffs.
That's
Yeah,
what
that
I'm
may
saying.
be
That's
a
what the
blow.
dual
Yes,
high
Streveler's
game.
won a couple games. He's won 2 games this year. One that was against Toronto when Toronto forgot how to cover punts the entire game. And the other one was against Edmonton where, no offense, Edmonton just hadn't found their way yet.
Because it's after trade deadline in CFL too, correct?
No, sir.
It's not? I thought we went past trade deadline.
I don't believe so. But you can still sign new players.
Okay, but who else is left to sign? Like Damon Allen? Like, there's
right.
not many free agents left. I mean, Montreal signed all the free agent quarterbacks left to decide not to play them. I mean,
But
maybe
I
you
will
can sign Canarius, but that's about it.
We got, I mean, honestly, though, Taylor Canarius might be a guy that maybe Winnipeg gives a little ring.
I actually like
Arms big
Canarius.
CFL experience. But Saskatchewan won a real gutsy game, and it was really one off their defense. Their defense created 4 interception turnovers.
Yeah, that's amazing.
That's going to make a huge difference on defense. They also forced a fumble. Like, this defense was electric. As much as he did miss an extra point, he was 5 for 5 kicking field goals. And
Who, Loffer?
He was on fire tonight.
besides the extra point that he missed, he
Probably
looked
the
really
best game
good.
he played all season.
So that's got to be very
His whole
calming.
career, the way he misses.
He
That's gonna
used
be
to be good. This year's been terrible.
I'm curious what you guys thought
No,
about
I
towards the
think
end of
last
the
year was
game.
pretty bad too.
I'm curious what you guys think towards the end of the game when Saskatchewan was in a pure running package to close out, and they actually put in Tommy Stevens instead of Trevor Harris. I thought it was brilliant.
Yeah, I
that
think it was smart
was.
too.
That
I
was
think
Also,
it's
risking
real.
injury, right?
No, Trevor. Well, yeah, you don't want Trevor Harris getting injured. I thought first I thought you said he was injured. Like, he wasn't injured, but it's just they realized then with Stevens and Olette out there, it's giving them a better run option where
100%,
Stevens can
I
pull
thought
it,
it
and
was-
Stevens just finished with 7 carries for 31 yards.
So you think Saskatchewan has got the West locked down now?
Yes. I realized my gas ass.
I think so. I think for Calgary, I think they almost went into this game against Edmonton thinking it was won before they even got there.
I
Yeah.
think so too. Yeah, I hate to say that, but yeah, I think we did.
And like you look at the Rough Riders schedule coming down, they got Montreal,
So
Edmonton, Ottawa, Toronto, Winnipeg, BC.
pretty
So let's say
favorable schedule.
hypothetically, they probably only need to go 2 and 4.
To what this sounds kind of crazy, but during the Montreal Hamilton game and the Banjo Bowl, on the halftime show, TSN interviewed 2 players from each team for the Battle of Alberta. For Edmonton, they interviewed Nick Anderson. And I didn't really hear him talk before. He's a young guy. He was rookie last year. But boy, what a beautiful...
He reminds me of a young Brett Hall, if anyone knows that reference.
Yeah, literally. I mean, what a beautiful human being he was. I mean, he was dressed gorgeous. He looked great.
Oh,
You
boy.
know,
Dan's
and he
going to find a
carried-
new player. He wants to see the shirt off.
Yeah, 100%. He carried himself so well, you know. And when he was talking, you could see that even though he's a young player, he's one of the true leaders in the dressing room. And he was ready to battle. He was ready to win that game. You can tell the way he was talking, his attitude, his tone. Now, they were taking it very, very seriously.
He wasn't even playing.
Well, okay, he's still.
No, what I'm saying is, though, Dan, that's how I think that's how well prepared Edmonton was. The players who weren't playing were amped to go win a football game.
And that was no disrespect to Vernon Adams' interview. Vernon Adams' interview too. Vernon Adams is one of my favorite players in the whole CFL. He's just the nicest guy you will ever meet, and he's a fantastic leader.
I thought I was the nicest guy you'll ever meet.
Lane, you're not even the
nicest CFL player. You're the nicest Hamilton fan I ever met.
No, you already said that was Brett.
You said that was Brett.
Well, okay. It looks very nice too.
You can't have us both, Dan. You got to choose. You already chose, so I'll just sit here.
Okay. You're my favorite Barrington Cougar fan, Lane.
Oh yeah, that's right. New merch. Let's go.
That's right.
This is a nice shirt, man.
It is. I love it. I like it.
And it doesn't make me look fat.
No, dude, you're not fat. You're gorgeous. I'm the one that's fat here. Holy cow! That's why I tried walking 65 kilometers in 4 days with my crippled foot not bike. But anyway, the point is, the Everton guy was ready to go. Right? He was amped, you know. And I'm not saying Calgary wasn't. I'm just saying that
Calgary was. I don't know why we're back to the Calgary game again, but Calgary was not ready to go.
Let's be honest. That was the game of the evening.
Or the Banjo Bowl. I thought that game was pretty exciting.
It was a good game, too.
The first game was a total dud, but that's because Montreal doesn't have a quarterback and it was raining.
Total dud.
But I like the Saskatchewan-Winnipeg game. I felt both teams were ready to go.
Oh, 100%.
Although I thought Willie Jefferson was a ghost.
Oh, yeah.
I think he just stayed in Saskatchewan. I
don't know what happened to him.
Was he more of a ghost than John Cena usually is?
Well, John Cena might be with you, so I have no idea. I can never see him. But you're looking now, Saskatchewan, their road ahead. From what I'm hearing, I don't think Davis Alexander is going to play on the 13th.
No, I don't think so.
Saskatchewan will probably...
Even when he was on the sideline today, he was still yipping his mouth off like crazy. But you could see him walking. He was limping still pretty good.
But what I'm saying is, so Saskatchewan will probably win that one. I'll be honest, I think Saskatchewan-Edmonton's anyone's guess.
Yeah.
I think Saskatchewan, I'm even going to say Saskatchewan-Ottawa is anyone's guess. But out of between Edmonton, Ottawa, and Toronto, they'll probably win at least one, if not two of those. If maybe all three, but they'll at least win one or two. And realistically, they probably only need to win 2 more games to win the West.
Yeah.
Because that'd put them to 24 points. And Calgary's the next closest.
With what, 16?
They are pulling up the standings. They have 16 points. They're 4 points behind. So if Saskatchewan gets to 24,
because don't forget,
it would basically mean Calgary basically over 6 games, they basically have to win out.
Because don't forget, as amazing Trevor Harris is, as much as I'm not a huge fan of his personally, not as a person, just as a playing style, they do have Jake Maris back up in Saskatchewan. So if you start locking up for league in Saskatchewan, and Trevor Harris is 39, you got Jake Mayer on the bench, you may bench Trevor Harris a couple games and give Jake Mayer a couple reps. I also want to give Jake Mayer a couple reps too, just for case, God forbid, if Trevor Harris gets injured in one of those playoff games. You don't want Jake Mayer hasn't started game 12 very early in the season, right? So
now,
go ahead, Lane.
The only question I would have about this, and Jacob would know. Jacob, I know you'd know a little bit more about me. I feel like in the CFL, you probably don't want your Q&A session. That's right. I feel like you don't really want your starting quarterback to get cold because it's not like baseball where you have 3 games. Or it's not even like the NFL where maybe the CFL is such a coin flippy. Like in a way, it can be a coin flippy game, right? Like any week, any team can win. You can have the worst team in the world beat the best team, right? And you don't get those last. That's kind of the selling point of the league, right? Like anyone can win any given game, right? You don't want Trevor Harris sitting like 2 or 3 games, then he has another bye sitting 3 or 4 weeks in a row, and then all of a sudden,
the only thing is though, that is common. Like, for example,
Yeah.
when the Argos went on their Grey Cup winning season last year, once they had the home playoff game locked up, Chad Kelly did not play the last game.
The
They
last
didn't
game
have the
being
bye, mind you, but I could see, let's say hypothetically, and then we'll get into Calgary's upcoming schedule. But let's
but
say
they were sitting with 3
hypothetically,
games. I was like, 3
Saskatchewan
games.
only needs to win 2, and let's say they win their next 2, and then over their next 4, right? Let's say these games don't really matter. Then you might see like Trevor Harris get a game, then Jake Mayer get a game, then Trevor Harris get a game, then Jake Mayer get a game.
Or you might see Travis Harris start the game and Jake Mayer come in at halftime and finish it. I don't know how exactly they'll divide it up, but I think at some point you got to give Jake Mayer some more reps, because as much as I didn't like Jake Mayer in Calgary, his one game as a Rough Rider,
he played okay.
He played pretty well. It was like Cody Fajardo and Trevor Harris. He was not superstar statistics that went off the map, but he managed the clock well, and he led the team. What more do you want out of quarterback?
So, but you're looking at Calgary's schedule coming up, and the most points they could finish the year with is now like they have 6 games left, so they could
12 more points on top of 16.
About 28.
So, yeah.
Now, mind you, they have BC, Montreal, BC, Hamilton, Toronto, Edmonton to close out the year.
They're all winnable games.
They are winnable games, but they're probably not going to win all of them. So
No.
let's say they go 4-2.
Yeah.
Which basically means this gets actually funny enough. If they were tied, Calgary would win the
Tiebreaker,
because
right?
they won the season series.
Yeah.
So
That's right.
basically, Saskatchewan's got to win 3 games realistically for them to feel comfortable. If they can win 3 out of their next 6 and go 500, which I think for the Rough Riders is very, very doable. But now it is time from the Banjo Bowl.
Yeah,
to talk about our player of the game.
Like it.
I'm going to let Dan go first.
Oh, boy. Okay. I'm going to go off the map here. And I'm going to go with my boy, AJ Ouellette. I think Ouellette played very well managing the clock, managing the one. He had a huge hurdle. And besides the quarterbacks of Harris versus Carreros, by the way, we're both former Argos who back up a rookie way of a rookie year. That's pretty cool. Besides of that, we said there would be the battle of the running backs between AJ Ouellette and this is help me, Jacob Saskatchewan running back. I forget his name.
Brady Oliveira.
Oh, right. Yes, of course. Brady Oliveira. Wow. Okay. Anyway. We said, I was going to say Mills, but it wasn't Mills. We all said that the battle...
Dan really needs a 10-second break to figure out his head.
No, I got it now. We all said that was going to be the battle of the running back between
10 seconds. Good job.
AJ Ouellette and Brady Oliveira. And everyone says Brady Oliveira is the best running back in the league. There was a lot of controversy with Labor Day, but Brady Oliveira not getting the ball enough. Get the ball to Brady Oliveira more of this game, they still end up losing the game. So for all those reasons, I gave the game player of the game at AJ Ouellette. Put the hammer down for
Mr. Dashko. Who are you taking for player of the game?
Well, I think it's fair. This one's. I'm not going to go off the board here. It's just fairly obvious. It's Mr. Trevor Harris, right? Like he's maybe got that MOP locked down. I think he's if not, he's getting.
I don't think he's got it locked down. We'll get into that in a bit.
He's getting there though. It's definitely getting there. But yeah, I think Trevor Harris. He just had a fantastic game. Really controlled the game. He's been really controlled. 239. Didn't get any passing touchdown, only 1 interception, but still 239, 18 for 31. Pretty solid game there for Mr. Trevor Harris.
Absolutely. T, I will let you go next. Who is your player?
Right on. I'm going to go way off the board, guys. I'm going to go with Wilson. He
nice.
Coming back, he didn't make the NFL. Coming back to Winnipeg, he was on fire today. And I know Zach didn't play great, but Wilson played great. There were a lot of throws actually that Zach underthrew the ball or overthrew the ball, but Wilson still caught it. So that's why I say Zach didn't play good, but Wilson did. And I believe even when the god-awful Strevler came out, he still managed to get it done. So I think he's a superstar. As an Eskies fan, I'd give anything to have that guy on my team.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
I am shocked that none of you guys picked who I want to pick, so it makes me very happy.
Ooh.
And I'm going Tavon Campbell for the second straight week.
Oh, he did have a great game.
2 interceptions again, including the interception that closed this game, Strevler's first pick.
Right.
Tavon Campbell was everywhere. He was all over the field tonight, and he's really
I
shown.
was
He now leads the
debating
Canadian
between-
Football League in interceptions. This guy is really putting them on the map. And truthfully, I think many defensive players could have won player of the game. Could have won Malik Connie with 6 tackles and a sack.
Nobody
Marcus
likes
Field,
Carney.
6 tackles and an interceptions. Rowan Milligan, again, another 4-tackle game. Marcus Sales, 2 tackles and an interception. You have Rowan Milligan, who also had a tackle for loss. Jemai Thurman with 5 tackles and a forced fumble. Like, the defense for Saskatchewan was just unbelievable. And now for Winnipeg, with the uncertainty of Zach Collaros, look, let's just be honest, they are in jeopardy of not making the playoffs with the way Edmonton and BC are in the mix. The way Ottawa and Toronto are playing, it's going to be a lot harder to get into a crossover spot than I think some people were originally thinking. You could see Winnipeg looking on the outside, looking in the year that they're hosting the Grey Cup.
And see,
And
you said I was
have like Milt Stiegel, who's saying the same thing I'm saying, that there is a very good chance Zach Collaros does not play football anymore.
and
they
you
don't
said
have a
I
backup
was.
plan there. They don't have a backup plan.
BC's sleeping though. I think.
I wish I was sleeping. Oh, no, I'm kidding. Dan sleeps during half the game, so that's why he's so awake.
Yeah, but don't you agree now? Like, you all thought I was crazy in the pregame show when I said if Winnipeg doesn't win for years, could be done. You all thought I was crazy.
Okay,
but
no,
now
but
here
I
we
didn't-
are, and you're saying exact same thing.
Because of Zach Collaros. They don't have a quarterback.
Yeah,
They don't have a Dustin Crum. They don't have a Trey Ford. They don't have a Cody Fajardo. They don't have even a Mike. They don't even have a Cloud Buffalo Thompson level of backup quarterback. They don't have one. Okay, he's better than James Morgan, but I mean that's not saying much right now. And like you got to think about it now. You have Zach Collaros injured long term, potentially. Dalton Schoen's out for the season. Brady
I hope that
Oliveira
girl starts next week.
No, Brady
No,
Oliveira is
it's
not
time.
even playing that well. I'm going to say this year, Brady Oliveira is not the best running back in the league anymore. It's Justin Rankin.
Oh yeah,
Because what he is doing in the air and on the ground, like James Butler and Dedrick Mills having good years, but what Justin Rankin's doing, I haven't seen in a long time. But
200 yards, like it was nuts.
But no, I think Winnipeg is in trouble.
Yeah,
Lane, what are your thoughts
end of a
on that?
dynasty?
Oh, for 100%. It just felt like Winnipeg was just starting to get back. Right? We've been having this conversation on the island all season long about Winnipeg, right? About how you and me, Jacob, were kind of on that boat of like, Winnipeg's done, and they're not this good, and
I've
Dan,
always still had it.
no, I think that Dan was like saying, you never know, watch out, you can't cut these guys out, and then finally Dan's prophecy started to come to life here, where it finally felt like Winnipeg was starting to get some big wins, starting to figure it out. The offense was like Oliveira was killing it, Collaros was getting the big wins, Jefferson was playing big, and then all of a sudden that's like big blow again, and then now they may not be able to get it back again.
Well, I mean, too, you also have Brady Oliveira that's going to the media saying he's not getting enough touches. Like, there's a lot of problems in paradise.
Yeah.
But I think it's time now. We'll move on to the last game of the Super Saturday, and this game was. Let's just be honest. This game was the most boring out of the 3. This almost felt like an NFL game.
What do
Like,
you
just
mean?
nothing was happening.
I loved it.
Between Hamilton and Montreal, you guys loved Hamilton, Montreal. Well, I guess
Yeah.
you were happy
For the
'cause-
first time this in the entire year, the Ticats actually learned how to play in the last 3 minutes of a fourth quarter. They didn't go, woohoo, we're up by 1,000,000 points, let's jump around. Let's pretend we're in a disco club and jump around like
the Pink Pony Club.
Yeah, literally.
they actually finished off the game. It was miraculous.
I'm bringing in another one. Gas or ass. The Montreal Alouettes are in jeopardy of not making the playoffs, and if they don't, Jason Moss will be fired.
Gas.
No
Yeah.
gas. So
Gas.
gas.
Like, you have quarterbacks
Oh,
on
gas!
the
My
bench.
fart's on fire.
You have
Yep.
quarterbacks on the bench who have CFL experience.
Yeah.
You're putting out James Morgan. Most of his yards were in garbage time this game. And I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I'm sure he's a nice guy. Be a nice guy to go out to Denny's with 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Someone wants to buy me pancakes at 2 a.m. I'm down. But
Oh, you want me to go get some pancakes?
yes, bye Lane. Anyway, I'm not
Okay,
kidding.
see
Don't
ya.
make
And Galveston. Pancakes and Galveston. Let's
Oh,
go.
I could use
James
that
Morgan
now.
today finished 17 for 27, 138, and an interception. Going into that garbage time drive, he was only at about 70 yards for the whole game. He was terrible. His long reception of 21 when he hit it almost doubled his passing yards, and that was in the third quarter.
But hey, sorry,
He
T.
was terrible. Then you put in Cameron Dukes for one series. He completes a pass for 8 yards. Then, okay, fine. There's a play where the line doesn't line up right. Then he gets sacked because the offensive line does a terrible job. And then you just go back to James Morgan again. I don't. You had Shea Patterson, who had a really nice short yardage run, and you didn't give
Actually, he
him.
played well this game, Jay Patterson.
Like, I don't know. I thought Montreal's defense played great. Like,
Sorry,
legitimately.
Kenya paying you for all of this, but one thing I gotta say about Captain Morgan, he had a grand total of 55 yards of the whole game. So he did
No,
four
he did.
more.
A grand total of 138.
Oh, okay, never mind. Even better. Maybe it helps my case more. So he more than doubled Trey Ford's.
I would rather have Trey Ford in as my starting quarterback than James Morgan any day of the week.
I actually agree with you. I agree with you
James
because
Morgan.
at least Trey Ford is exciting, and I do
James
think Trey
Morgan.
Ford has some leadership qualities. I
And
don't
James
see.
Morgan is bad.
I don't see how
rather-
Morgan still has a job in the CFL. To be honest with you, I really don't see it.
This was his third game where he played second straight start, third game where, because even the first game he played most of the game.
Right?
He's not good.
No, he's not.
And Jason Moss continuing putting him out there. Lane, you mentioned it almost feels like Montreal's just given up, and that's almost
Yeah, that's what I was saying. We were watching the game. I said, Linus White. They just handed the game to Hamilton.
I don't know what it is, Phil. I said I noticed it last week or the other week when I said it, and you guys were like, "No." I'm like, "No." It really feels
I
like
agree with you this time.
if no, I haven't said that. I'm like, you just given up. Like you don't. They don't care. It feels like they know something that we don't know. Like maybe Davis Alexander's not coming back, or I don't know. Something's going on. Something's going on there.
Good
It
point.
feels like
Good
they've
point.
just given up.
Because I literally said that to Jacob when we were watching the game. Like, oh my gosh, Linus White. They literally handed Hamilton the game.
I'm not just
Literally.
good looking. I know things.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, you're not a sports expert for no reason, right? You know what you're talking about. And
Jacob's the sports expert. I don't know
playing
what I
sports
am.
analyst right here.
he's just a good looking expert. But, I totally agree that they just gave up the game, and I don't know why. And, like,
I have a feeling they know their quarterback's not coming back. I have a feeling that they're
We do have a comment though. As a barber, I love men cams and its beard growth. I will say that we have some. Actually, James Morgan, he has a big, nice beard.
yes.
So I mean, maybe that's it. Maybe Jason Moss loves quarterbacks with beards.
maybe I shouldn't shave my
Lane.
beard then.
Lane, hold on. Since we have a barber in the comments, let's start rating. How's Lane's look? Is he on fleek?
Fleek casserole for the beard.
What
One
does
thing that hit us
fleek
at one
mean?
spot right
Oh,
there.
and good morning from Norway.
Hey.
Oh, hello, Norway.
Good morning.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Thank you for listening, Norway. That's awesome.
Thank you very much for joining the comment section.
Sweet.
Wonder what
Yeah.
time it is in Norway. Let us know.
Let me look it up.
But
I did shave my beard the other day, so I had to restart for the Maple Leaf season. As you know, when Maple Leafs got eliminated from the Florida Panthers, I did shave my beard live on the air. So
It's
I did
5:13 in the morning. Damn.
Holy cow, you're up early. Hopefully the coffee's good.
I just feel for Montreal now, they're both Ottawa and Toronto are only 2 points behind them.
Yeah.
Yes, we are all based out of Canada. 3 of us are based in Ontario, 1 based out in Alberta.
Mm-hmm.
But thank you for the question.
Yeah.
And thank you for the viewership all the way out in Norway.
Yeah, thanks, brother.
Wow,
that's
that's
beautiful.
awesome.
But you're
But
looking.
there are CFL fans everywhere.
I love that.
Oh, you have family in Hamilton. Hey!
Hey, that's where we are.
Nice.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Does he eat his food raw?
Oh, it's a hammer. Put the hammer down.
So I guess you were happy with, I guess, you know what, then I wonder, maybe you're a Ticats fan, so you might have been happy with the game tonight, this morning, whatever time it is when you were watching it yesterday. But I mean, you're looking now and like, man, all of a sudden, yeah, I think Hamilton desperately needed that win.
Yeah.
And
100%
Greg
they did.
Bell was a key factor in that one. I think it's an old steel mill city. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Yep, you got it.
Yes, Hamilton is definitely. That's why everyone says when they're playing the Ticats, you're entering Steel Town.
That's why Stelco was one of the main sponsors of the Ticats and the steel company in town here, and they're one of the major sponsors of the Hamilton Field as well, Steelco Field.
Steelco.
Steelco.
But now, you know what? Hamilton gets a much needed win, right?
Oh, sure.
Absolutely needed it.
We
Montreal, and Bill and Stigo and Enoch Mwamba were talking about this on the panel, and I thought this was a great discussion, so we're going to talk about it.
Yeah.
Is that Montreal defense pissed off?
Oh
They
gosh.
have
They
to
played
be,
well.
right?
Yeah,
That Montreal defense played really well.
I would say so. They had a great game.
Created turnovers, got multiple big stops, kept Bo Levi Mitchell under 200 yards for the first time all season.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Well, give credit
Okay,
where
Greg
it's
Bell
due.
did run for
Hamilton,
156.
It was raining though.
Hamilton had good defense too. Oh yeah, the weather definitely had a part of it.
Okay, but Dan, yeah, Hamilton had good defense. Montreal also does not have an offense right now.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's got to be frustrating for Montreal when you know what your defense, like Sankey 7 tackles, Murray 5 tackles, Beverett 5 tackles and an interception, Barnes 5 tackles and an interception. Sorry, Brett 5 tackles and a sack, I should say, to correct myself. But like, yeah, Maltos go for 3 for 3 on field goals. Zima was averaging 49.7 yards per kick.
I was going to say, but special teams are pretty good too. It's just the offense that couldn't get it done.
But the offense, but even the running game, I mean, you had Ty's going 9 carries, 70 yards, averaging 7.8 yards a carry. So the running game was actually quite good.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, you got to be so frustrated.
Yeah, of course. Like,
it's just one of those things.
Well, it's got to be frustrating, like what you said, right? If you feel like you're playing good, and then the offense is just like not even following.
Well, thank you very much for the follow. We do tons of live stream shows here on Twitch, so really appreciate the follow. And just so you know, if this is the first time watching us, we do CFL, we do a lot of NHL, we've been doing a lot of
That's
MLB,
crazy.
Blue Jays. We'll be doing more NFL with NFL content coming up. So make sure you stay locked here with us and, you know, give us a whirl. And we're powered by this really cool sports app called Streakers Gaming. So check out that app. If you have any questions about that, just let us know. And there's a lot of awesome things going on. But thank you very much for tuning in all the way from Norway. And if you give us a follow, that'd be awesome. I really appreciate it. We all
That's
do.
so weird that you can't follow more than 3,000 people.
It depends on your
That's weird.
Glad, you know what? Maybe that's probably a good deletion.
Wow.
What? Oh, this is cool.
Well, actually, Jacob, maybe you should put up our email on the screen, because if you do, Lane also specializes in WWE, which is pretty unique. So if there's a topic you want us to talk about, or anything like that, you can email us. So have questions about the app or anything like that, you can email us there on the Gmail. That's not a phone number. Anytime that you like, and we're happy to discuss all kinds of interesting topics here on the island.
Very true, but this might be a little bit more of a dud to do. But let's do our player of the games from the Hamilton versus Montreal. I'm gonna go first, and no one else takes it, and I'm gonna go Greg Bell.
Oh, come on.
Are you guys
I was
take
gonna
it?
go.
Greg Bell, 20 carries, 156 yards, and a touchdown on the ground, plus on the air, 4 catches for 29 yards, 18 yards after the catch. I mean, Greg Bell played a phenomenal game. He was a big reason why in this rain game, when Bo Levi Mitchell, you could tell he was struggling to throw the football, that they were able to get this W, because at one point I was a little concerned. When it was a close game in like the first half, I'm like, oh boy, if Hamilton doesn't win this one, they're in trouble. But sure enough, they got it done. Mr. Dashko, who are you taking? Remember, you can take Greg Bell. It's okay. But I will give you 10 seconds to think. Think, Lane.
10 seconds.
Think. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lane.
I'm still going to go Greg Bell. It's hard not to. Come on. We never ever running. When I saw this number, I was like, what? I was like, did Justin Rankin, forget what team he was playing for and show up at the long dressing room? I was like, what's going on here?
That's the best compliment I've ever got as an Eskies.
I was like, did we trade for a new running back and he forgot his jersey, so he just wore Greg Bell's?
Back to the comments. I was scared for a few months ago Canadian football would be diluted when, in all honesty, it was a bit of a concern here in Canada too as well when, Mr. Trump was going on about the 51st state and blah, 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 and this, that, and the next thing. But the Canadian Football League is really, I think it's going to take a lot more than an orange to take down the Canadian Football League.
An orange.
And you know what? Don't worry about typos. And I will say this with confidence. Whenever I write the script for us, when we do our pre-record shows, we have pre-recorded shows that are on Spotify, iHeartRadio, YouTube, anywhere you listen to your platforms, plus all our social medias, we have clips. But when I write those scripts, Lane is always fixing all my typos. So all you need to do is get Lane to fix your typos.
That's right.
Or download Grammarly. Grammarly's pretty good.
No need to apologize. No need to be sorry. Just be you.
That's right.
We're glad to have you. That's for sure, brother.
Yeah.
But Key, who are you taking for your player of the game?
Bell.
You can ring my bell. Ring my bell. Dan.
Okay, I'm going to go off the board here, as I like doing. I'm going to give an honorable mention to Kenny Lawler. Kenny Lawler made some fantastic catches. And
but most of them were turned back. Either they were calling it not a catch or it was a penalty.
Wow. So Jacob. Yeah, I let Kenny Lawler play a good game. I think it's important as he's been quiet for the last couple games. But my player of the game, I'm going to go off the field, and I'm going to give it to the Montreal fans. They don't have anything to cheer about, League. We've lost 5 games in a row. It was pouring rain in Montreal today, and it was windy. It was a very miserable game to be in an outdoor football stadium, and thousands of them sold up, and they were extremely loud and cheering for their Avalechas. Very, very good. So I'm going to say player of the game was Montreal fans.
Dan, I want to keep you full screen while I say this.
Okay.
Player of the game.
Well, hey, it was the extra man. Why you always say the extra man on the field is the man? Oh, come on, give me credit. I have something different besides a great bell.
You could have just said Kenny Lawler, who did have 79 yards catching and a couple of nice catches.
Yeah, okay, so maybe my honorable mentions would be the fans, and Kenny Lawler's the player.
That would make a lot more sense.
There you go.
There you go. I got it now. Kenny Lawler had a good game.
And I'm with you. I got your back.
Thanks, bud.
I need a new back. I tweaked mine yesterday, but
what are the heating pads for?
Oh, Key has disappeared from the island. I'm sure she'll find a canoe.
Yeah,
but now
let's go to a life jacket.
Let's go to the standings in the Canadian Football League right now, and this is where things have now gotten very, very interesting. So, like I said, the West is really starting to shape up for first.
Yeah.
And even second. I think Calgary's probably got second lockdown, especially with Zach Collaros if he's out long term.
So we're going to have the home playoff field. So the interesting thing is going to be that third place.
That third place between Winnipeg, BC, and Edmonton is wide open.
Because we all in agreement? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I think we're all in agreement that Montreal is just giving up. I think Toronto passes. I think Toronto passes Montreal, and I think we're going to get one of the crossover here. Oh, 100%. That's my gas, right? Okay, gas for us.
Gas for us. Let's go.
All right, gas or ass. Toronto will overtake Montreal in second for the East.
Second. Wow.
I'm gonna say gas.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
I
gas.
think it's 100% gas.
Because we look here, remember Toronto does play Montreal one more time this year.
And it
Yeah.
feels like
And
I feel like Montreal's giving up. I really do.
Wow.
I mean, we don't know when Davis Alexander's coming back. And without Alexander,
I don't
even
think
with
he's coming.
Alexander, I don't know if this team has it anymore.
I
There's
don't
just
think he's
something-
coming back. I truly believe that they know something, that he's not coming back. So they're just like, well, okay. They don't want to build a snowman. They don't want to go outside and play. They're just like,
The rain
okay,
never
bye.
bothered me anyway.
They're just like, okay, bye.
But what I'm curious about when you're saying
I don't want to be
guaranteed-
cold in Winnipeg for the Grey Cup.
I want to state something here, though. With the way Ottawa and Toronto are both playing,
I think Ottawa
could
overtakes
still
them
be a
too.
crossover. There might not be.
Yeah.
I think honestly, I'm going to call it. I think Ottawa passes Montreal too.
Whoa.
I think Montreal will be dead last.
Wow. What a prediction.
That's Lane's hot take right there's Lane's. Ow! Ooh, spicy.
Oh.
It's so cold in Norway in the winter. We need Canada as a vacation location to get heat in the winter. Wow, Norway's
Well,
not cold.
what? No, seriously, it's depending where in Canada you're talking about. Like in Vancouver, it'll be like, I think Norway uses Celsius. Like in Vancouver, it'll be only like +2, +3 in like the thick of winter. So depending where in Canada you're talking
I should
about,
move to BC for the winter.
yeah, that's what I keep saying. I want to move to BC permanently. I love it out there.
But I mean, honestly, Canada is a great. Even where we live in Canada, like in the
Southern
Hamilton
Ontario
region, is not really that cold in the winter. Like I lived in Sault Ste. Marie for 4 years.
Yeah,
That's cold in the winter.
yeah.
And the one winter you lived there wasn't even a hard winter, and you didn't want to leave the apartment some days.
Oh, some days it was -47 at 6 in the morning. It got really cold.
But to hear me out here about why I'm thinking we could end up not seeing a crossover. So when we look over at Ottawa coming up, right? You got BC again. If you beat BC again, BC, holy cow.
What?
Sorry. -37.
Wow. Painful with diesel in my truck. Yeah. Oh boy, you're driving diesel on that cold. You need a lot of glow plugs for sure.
Oh my gosh.
Hope you got a block heater too.
That's cold.
Yeah, -37. Oh,
Wowzers.
gosh.
But I mean, we look here at Ottawa's schedule, right? You play BC again.
Mm-hmm.
You play Winnipeg again.
Mm-hmm.
You win both of those games.
That's huge.
Yeah.
You might not have a crossover situation. And I bet the heater was on. I bet that heater
Yeah.
I hope you had heated seats, heated steering wheel, heated boxers. I don't know. You just need it.
Jacob, this might sound crazy, but Ottawa, looking at their schedule here, they have a real possibility. Like, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but you look at that schedule again, they may have a really good chance to go 6-0. Like, you think about who they're playing. Like, look at look at it. You're playing the Lions, you could beat them, right? Playing the Blue Bombers, Carlos, beatable. You might be playing the Rough Riders, who are thinking Jake Mayer, throw him in. That might be a Jake Mayer game where you got a weak quarterback. Then you got Montreal, who's probably like, well. And then you probably got Ticats, who will probably be resting their lineup because they're probably thinking about playoffs. You really look at
predicting 6-0 from Ottawa. Wow.
I don't know if he's necessarily predicting it, but he's saying it's possible.
I'm just saying, you look at the teams they're playing in this in the order they're playing them, and the kind of the focus those teams will be at. These next two games are really the tough ones. And then you got, like I said, the Rough Riders at that point in the season. We were just talking. They might be resting starters, thinking Jake Mayer, trying to get other guys some reps. And if Montreal's still not if they're in the basement, they may not be playing that hard. And then you got the Ticats, who might be resting. So you might have two games in there where you're playing, second, third stringers, and a team that's in the fourth, a team that's kind of trying to focus on next year.
And then to also, we talk about crossover. We also look at Toronto. Yeah. I'll zoom this in a little bit more, and I'll just have to.
I just gotta say, it's sad there's only 6 weeks left in the CFL.
So here I look at this. I go Edmonton. That's going to be tough,
but beatable.
Yeah,
tough but beatable.
Montreal might be if they have given up. There you go. BC might be. They're going to be
He
fighting.
got
So
52 points
that's
this
going to be a
BC last
dogfight.
time.
Ticats, I'm sure they're going to want to come back. That's going to be an interesting
They
game
beat
there,
Ticats on Labor Day.
right?
But against Saskatchewan and Calgary at this point, they
And
might not be playing their full rosters.
Backups, right?
Right.
So what I'm getting at is here, if you're
Now let's look at BC. Let's look at BC schedule.
I gotta say, if it was minus 37 in Norway, are you not even turning your truck off? I know sometimes it's very cold to keep the truck running the whole
All
time.
right. That's 6 games. So you got Ottawa, so that's gonna be a dogfight.
Yeah.
Then you got the Stampeders. Stampeders are probably still gonna be, pushing. You got the Argos who are gonna be pushing. Stamps might take the game off. You got the Elks who might be pushing.
Elks will be pushing hard.
I think these guys have way hard schedule, in my opinion.
I'm looking. I think the Lions have the toughest schedule coming down the stretch.
I agree with you.
What about
100%. Ottawa's got the easiest, funny enough.
Now the
that's what
only
I'm
other
saying.
one we need to check
Good
on
point, Lane.
Montreal. Probably Montreal.
Montreal and then Winnipeg.
In Winnipeg, yeah, for sure. So it depends on Zach Claros. Well, hopefully Zach Claros is okay. That's the number
Oh,
one
obviously,
thing.
when I'm saying I don't know if he's going to play another snap again in the CFL, I hope I'm wrong.
I hope I'm wrong. I hope you're wrong too. Zach, we gotta care
Let's look
about
at this.
as much as we care
Montreal's
about the
got a tough
game.
schedule
So
because
you
you
got
have Saskatchewan,
Roughriders.
Toronto,
Ouch.
Calgary, Ottawa, Winnipeg.
Wow,
I don't like that.
That's a tough
boy.
schedule.
With no quarterback, that's
Now again,
brutal.
we don't know. Alexander is practicing; it's just limited.
Well, hopefully we start Duke's next game.
I bet you they will.
I don't think they will.
Wow.
I
even sign him?
Because you need 3 quarterbacks.
I guess.
I think they're just going to keep playing Morgan. I think they're going to put Morgan in the trade forward where it's like, if we just get him ready, try to get this kid some reps.
And then last but certainly not least in this race, we have the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, who has Hamilton, Ottawa,
Ooh, that would be tough.
Hamilton, Edmonton, Saskatchewan, Montreal.
That's
That's what I'm saying. You look at the schedules, and truthfully, I feel Ottawa and Toronto have in some ways a little bit of a lighter schedule. Now, any team can beat any team on any given night. We saw that, especially this week. Nobody was projecting Edmonton and Ottawa to win their games this week.
No.
I mean, I was actually.
But if I had to rank on schedule strength, it'd be obviously Ottawa number 1. Probably put Toronto number 2.
Mm-hmm.
3, I might definitely not. Probably put maybe Winnipeg, maybe. BC is definitely going last. And then what was the other team we looked at?
Montreal.
Yeah, probably 4th. What is Edmonton's schedule? Just out of curiosity.
I'll pull that up again. We're just
I
going
wanna
to keep
see-
looking at Lane's face while I do that.
Dude.
Lane, you're very pretty.
Smooth operator. He's a smooth operator. It's a really good song, by the way. I don't know who does that song, but it's a good song.
I don't know that song, to be honest.
What? Okay, we're listening to that song after the. It's amazing.
I just don't go one chuck with you. Yeah,
I got to show Dan that song before we go off.
But okay, we look at Edmonton's schedule: Toronto, Hamilton, Rough Riders, Winnipeg, BC, Calgary.
Oh, that's hard.
It's tough because the main
hard.
thing is for teams like Edmonton, Toronto, and Ottawa, their destiny is in their hands because they're playing the teams they need to beat.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
But Edmonton's got a tough schedule.
Yeah, they do. Wow.
But man, all I know is the CFL. Just with the way the standings are now, the race to the playoffs is going to be legendary.
Oh yeah,
It's gonna be legend.
I haven't seen a playoff race.
Lane, suit up.
Okay.
I haven't seen a playoff
Why?
race this tight in a long time. To be honest with you,
I'll go put my suit on. Dan would love that. Dan would love if I came back with a suit on. He'd probably go to bed.
Lane, I've seen you in a suit multiple times.
Dan would be like, "Oh, Lane in a suit. I'll never wake me up again."
well, Jake has seen me in a suit multiple times too.
I've seen Lane in a suit more recently than you.
Oh, okay.
But another great week of football there. And just to quickly look ahead to all the games next week, which again we will be previewing. We will be
We
doing
got
lots
the
of
NFL
pregame
tomorrow
shows.
too.
I
NFL
know. First NFL
tomorrow.
Sunday of the year.
But
Go
next week
Bill.
coming up, we have Winnipeg versus Hamilton,
Philadelphia.
Ottawa versus BC, Toronto versus Edmonton, and Montreal versus Saskatchewan. So we got 2 games on the Friday, 2 games on the Saturday. So we should be getting some great football.
100%.
Very excited to watch lots of great football over the next. And of course, we have the NFL. Like, I mean, NFL,
Yeah,
as
we're
Lane
gonna be
and
on
Dan
here.
said, you have the first NFL Sunday of the year. And, so far the first 2 games, I thought it was hilarious seeing the Chiefs losing and headbutting their own players and having a bit of a disaster. But again, tomorrow we have the Dolphins versus the Colts, Steelers versus Jets, Panthers, Jags, Cardinals, Saints, Giants, Commanders, Bucks, Falcons, Bengals, Browns, Raiders, Patriots, 49ers, Seahawks, Titans, Broncos, Lions, Packers, Texans, Rams, Bills, Ravens, Vikings, and Bears.
I thought Bills and Ravens were Monday.
Before we go, I
Monday
do want to.
is Vikings and Bears. Sorry.
We got to talk about the Jays.
But before we do that, I do want to give a shout out to Patrick Mahomes. I know you guys don't like that guy, but man, that guy's incredible, man. He is
a great player.
He had both his star receivers out. He had Travis Kelce acting like a fool out there, and this guy still put up over 250 passing yards and over 60 rushing yards. Like, man, people say whatever they want about that guy. That guy's a baller.
He's a hell of a player.
Oh, yeah. He's a great player for sure.
I mean, but honestly, I think the Chiefs are in some trouble this
I know
year.
he cries
Travis
about
Kelce headbutting his own teammates and injuring him, and routes gone wrong between Worthy and Kelce, putting Worthy injured. You have Rice, who's out for another 5 games due to suspension.
That sucks.
The Chiefs are in trouble. Legitimately. I
Rice
mean,
is a big part of that
Hollywood Brown had a great game, 99 yards on 10 catches.
Mm-hmm.
But man, Justin Herbert, if only he could play like that in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Because he was incredible.
LA's got a good team still. That's why I picked LA to win. Everyone's like, what? I'm like, yeah, I like LA.
But we'll quickly touch base on the Blue Jays at this point, because I mean, tough loss for the Jays today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You did see a pretty good pitching, decent pitching night from Bassett, going 5 innings and 3 strikeouts, and actually the bullpen. I know Varlin allowed an earned run, and so did Rodriguez, but overall, I think the bullpen played pretty decent.
Oh, for sure. Much better than they have been.
Be mad at pitching too much when you lose a game 3-1. That's got to be on the offense to find a way to bring in. Too bad we couldn't take a few runs from the game previously and use them in this one. But now you got a big game tomorrow for the Jays to try to win the series, right? Because winning this series is really important when we look at the MLB standings. And the Jays are currently 3 games ahead of the Yankees. The beautiful thing is, at least now, they've won the season series already for sure. And even if they don't win the series, the Yankees cannot pass them.
Right.
And so the Jays did enough by at least winning 1 game. But let's be honest, if they can win on Sunday afternoon, that'll be a big boost.
But just to remind everyone, the Jays are at 82 wins now this season. So they're only, 16 wins away from my prediction of 98. So
they're not getting 98 wins, but
anything can happen.
Timothy is not going to school this weekend.
Ding.
But I think it is time we wrap up the show for the night or for the morning for our viewers in Norway.
Yeah, have a great day. Enjoy the coffee.
Thank you very much for tuning in. Wow, I can't speak. Thank you very much for tuning in. And again, if you want to check us out for our pre-recorded shows, we have shows on Twitch, iHeartRadio, and all your podcast platforms. Plus, the whole show also goes up to YouTube if you want to see the video component. There are some extra portions sometimes on the video side. But thank you very much for watching. I'm the self-proclaimed sports analyst. Key was with us earlier in the show. We were also joined by Lane Dashco and Mr. More for Your Money.
Woo!
Until next time, we'll see you on the flip side.
Bye-bye.
Minus 37 is way